puts the Serenity down, bro. And let's look for more content. Oh, I was gonna watch SecularTalk. Yeah. So let's check this out. Florida might vote in free weed, legal weed. This song is so funny while you talk about weed.
All right, y'all. So some big news came out the other day that I wanted to share with you. In Florida...
Oh, I'm so sorry, Rubius.
In the upcoming election...
I ordered some headphones, so I'm waiting for the headphones, so then it's easier for me to... I'm going deaf. I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm going deaf, Rubius.
They're going to have a direct ballot initiative, a direct vote on both abortion rights and legal weed. So the Associated Press says Florida voters will decide whether to protect abortion rights and legalize pot in November. The Florida Supreme Court issued rulings Monday allowing the state's voters to decide whether to protect abortion rights and legalize recreational use of marijuana, rejecting the state attorney general's argument that the measure should be kept off the November ballot. The court was not ruling on the merits of the measure.
This is what Florida man's for. This is why we have Florida mans. To give us abortion rights and weed. I'm so sorry I burped again. Excuse me.
But only whether they meet the requirements for clarity and don't violate the state constitution's mandate that they only cover one subject. The court's ruling came the same day it upheld the state's ban on most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. State lawmakers had tightened the ban to 6 weeks while the issue was still in court. Monday's ruling, therefore, likely paves the way for the 6-week ban to go into effect. So, a couple different issues here jumbled up into one story.
Bro, my family... is your family like this, Rubius? Like, where if you burp or fart or anything, like, you have to excuse yourself? Because my family, my dad's side, is really like... It's like very... they are very... What do you call it? Christian... I don't know. They're very formal. They're nice. I guess I just don't care sometimes. That is gross, though. I gotta stop doing that. I just drank a lot of alcohol, and it's like bubbly. Bubbly!
But the court basically said, yeah, it is constitutional in the state of Florida.
But my family will get mad if I do that, though. Rubius, nah, they just joke it off. Okay. Yeah, my family will get mad if you burp and shit, or if you don't give them like a cheek kiss, like a kiss in the cheek, they will get pissed off. Like any little, it's crazy.
You want the 15-week abortion ban, and it's passed by the legislature. Okay, you get the 15-week abortion ban. So on that one, that's a very conservative ruling. But what they say is, for the direct ballot initiative, we're allowing on the vote about legalizing recreational marijuana, and we're allowing on the vote.
Yeah, the cheek kiss. Yep.
Letting the people decide whether or not to basically overturn that restrictive abortion
Ruby,
law.
It's very offensive if you don't. I know.
The right to choose. So really, really interesting. Here's why this is actually a giant.
Do I gotta kiss everybody in the cheek?
This is a giant deal because
and all that.
Florida at this late date is not really considered a swing state anymore. It's not.
Like during the pandemic, it seems a little unsanitary to be having to kiss every single person in the whole house on the cheek. Does it not? You know what I mean? Dead ass, huh? It's like, come on.
It's really considered like a relatively safe red state. Republicans have been winning it for quite a while now. And I think that's the sort of like universally accepted, right? Well, because of these two direct ballot initiatives that are going on for November, now, I mean, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's definitely a swing state, but I will go as far as to say it's certainly more of a swing state than has been in the past 2 or 3 elections. It's certainly more on the table than it's been in the recent past. So, will it be competitive? I don't know. I'm a little skeptical on that front. But certainly these direct ballot initiatives will get more people to the polls by their very nature because of the issues that they're on, and make it way more possible that Biden could take the state over Trump just because these two direct votes are on the ballot. Now, it's very possible people might still vote for that and then leave it blank, right? I still think you're looking at a Trump +5 type state, right? But in theory, it makes it much more competitive than it would have been otherwise. Now, here's the other thing. I mean, look, I'll go out on a limb here. I'll make the prediction right now. So my guess is, and this isn't particularly like controversial, right? But I think they're going to vote in favor of the right to choose, and I think it's going to be kind of comfy. I think it's going to be pretty comfy margin.
Yeah, everybody wants abortion rights. I think they're going to vote
for the...
Even Republicans are like, we don't want to get rid of abortion rights. In a lot of states. I forgot what was one of the Republican states recently, but they had the abortion rights vote, and they voted to keep abortions. So that's good. Like, a lot of states don't want to get rid of that. It's crazy what Republicans are doing nowadays. Like, they're insane. For legalizing recreational marijuana, although I will say, I think it's going to be a little bit... It's not going to be as overwhelming as the vote will be for the right to choose. So it'll still win, but it'll be by a smaller margin than the right to choose. But then I also think it's still going to be Trump winning, maybe with like 54% of the vote, something like that. So you're going to see like, yeah, we're pro-abortion, yeah, we're pro-weed, and also we support Trump. And the reason I make this prediction, it's a loose prediction, but a prediction nonetheless, is that I believe it was in 2020 where they had a direct ballot initiative on raising the minimum wage. And it passed overwhelmingly. It got like 60% of the vote, right? And I don't know, in Florida, it might be you need 60% in order to get the thing passed. I don't remember. I'm going to have to read more about that. But so it passed with 60% and Trump won the state. And that was the go-to example of like, there's a very big disconnect between when you give people the ability to vote on specific issues, I think they are overwhelmingly reasonable. Like 80% of the time, the direct ballot votes go the way I want them to go. So it's higher minimum wage, legal weed, right to choose. Every red state that's voted on the right to choose always chooses to be pro-abortion and by decent margins. Every time you give people a direct vote, and it's not like totally clouded by propaganda that confuses you about which way is the proper way to vote, the better side usually wins. But then they end up sometimes doing that while also voting for candidates who could not oppose what you believe any more than they do. Right? And I think that's probably what's going to happen this time around also. I think Trump will win the state, but you'll also get the right to choose, and you'll also get legal marijuana. So anyway, we'll see. But this is certainly a big deal. I want a lot more of this, man. I want a lot more of the direct votes. I just feel like it's a better way to run the government. We have so much corruption, so much influence of big money. Giving a vote directly to the people, I love that. I love that. Whether it's at the state level, I would like to see it at the federal level, almost like a whole new branch of government where it's the people's voice and they can override everybody type stuff. We'd be so much more advanced if that was the case. It's literally a way to circumvent corruption too. Sometimes you have big money lobbying groups come in and they spend a lot of money on ads to try to confuse you about whatever the vote is. We could have some way of regulating that, right? But to give people the direct vote, it's just so much better than what we have at the federal level that I would really welcome this change. So big news, very, very positive stuff. And I think the results will be pretty solid. All right, guys, that's the show, y'all. I love y'all very much, as always. Everybody do me a favor. Please subscribe to the channel. Helps out.
To the power, feel the